what are you doing then to make sure you're setting yourself up to win those goals? Hey there, leaders. Dino Watt here with another leadership tip. I've been thinking a lot the last couple of days about goals and setting certain goals. I have certain goals in my business, and it actually has surprised me how many companies I come across that don't have clearly defined goals that all the team members know about. And I think it's such a disservice. So I'm going to ask you to really look at your goals, make sure they're goals not just out of the default, meaning that, oh, we did 25 starts this last week, or we, had this many sales done this last week, or I should say last year. And so I'm just going to add another 10% to that because, boy, wouldn't it be nice to have 10% growth in our business? Well, yes. But is that really a goal that you are striving for and trying to obtain? And what are you doing to set yourself up for that 10% growth? A lot of times we set the goals out there because, we're supposed to set goals in business. And when we do set goals, by the way, and we end up not having a plan to reach the goal. In my core training program, which all of you guys have access to, well, not all of you, the people who are a part of my program have access to that, there is a goal attainment video. I highly suggest all of you watch that because it talks about the 7 reasons why people don't hit their goals and adversely, how you can hit your goals. And one of the most important things is the emotional attachment to that goal and making sure we hit that. Now think about this on an attainment basis or a team basis, right? If every month we decided to create a goal that made us strive for that little bit more and we got everybody involved and everybody excited about it, then we are always teaching our team how to want to reach more levels instead of just going throughout our day. Bottom line, I see too many companies who just let business happen to them without actually having any real control over it. And then they complain about the fact that it's not growing or it's not growing fast enough. Instead of saying, hey, I am going to be in charge of my own destiny, and saying, hey, you know what, I want to grow to this and I want to grow to that. The problem I know some people have with setting goals is actually if they keep hitting bigger and bigger goals, then that means they have to grow, and that means that they might have to hire more people, or they might have to not be able to handle all that growth on their own because they're not learning at the same time as hitting all those goals, learning how to delegate better. But I'm going to challenge you to set some goals for your team, for your growth of your company. Not just a goal every quarter or a goal every year, but really a monthly goal that everyone's aware of. And yes, I do highly recommend. There's a saying that says visual is memorable. So make your goal visual. Talk about it on a consistent basis. If you need to just take simple Post-it notes and say your goal is 50, do 50 Post-it notes on a wall in the break room, and every time you get a new start or a new sale that comes down, take that off the wall and so people can see it visually happening. Visual is memorable. So when it comes to our goals, make them visual. Make sure it's something you talk about on a daily basis. Hey, today we had 2 more people that came in and started, and so we can take those off the wall. Now we only need to hit 58, and the next day and the next day. And really, it is a matter of getting everybody on board. I know some of you are watching this going, yeah, of course I hit those goals. What are you doing then to make sure you're setting yourself up to win those goals? Not just the visual part of it, but if we know, this is something that comes up a lot, if you know you have a certain month that might be a little bit of a lull because of school getting out or in or whatever it is, then you should be pre-planning for that 2, 3, 4 months ahead of time. Your marketing department, your sales department, you should all be talking about that 3 months before that month comes. Don't just accept it. It doesn't have to be that way. What are you going to do to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success on those months that are a little bit of lull? You're not going to do that unless you have specific goals. Set those goals, make them visual, and pre-plan ahead to win. Those are your 3 tips for today in the goal setting. I hope that it serves you well. I hope that you guys are all doing awesome. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.